Hi, my name is Susan Maginn. I am a chaplain with the Marine Corps. I'm a Unitarian Universalist minister. And for those of you that are familiar with the Marine Corps, you'll see my pack in the back there. And yes, I am preaching from my car because that's how things are going right now. Um, so I want to talk to you about Holy Week. Happy Easter. We are in the midst of a holy season, and this Lent has been just a beautiful thing for me. I really love Lent. Yeah, I'm a clergy person, so trying to align with the holy and with God is something that I do on a daily basis. But in the season of Lent, I really feel like I step up my game. And this year I've really stepped it up big time. It's been a challenging and incredibly rewarding season, and I feel incredibly grateful this Easter. I feel like I really understand something about resurrection this year, and am very grateful. I want to reflect on what Holy Week is all about, because Holy Week is really like this horror show of Jesus starting out, coming into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday. He comes in to a parade. So there's a parade offered for him in Jerusalem. There's also a parade for Pontius Pilate. Imagine like across town, Pontius Pilate, this Roman government official, comes into town, and there's going to be magnificent horses and uniforms and probably music and a great deal of fanfare for this Roman official coming into town. And then there's Jesus's parade, which, as he's welcome to town, he's been set for Jerusalem for, you can see in the scriptures, he just on to Jerusalem, on to Jerusalem. You just see time and again, he's completely focused on getting to Jerusalem. Well, here he is on Palm Sunday. He heads into Jerusalem, and the way is he rides in on a donkey, and the way is paved for him with people put their cloaks down in the road and palm fronds on the road to pave the way for him coming into Jerusalem. And this is indeed a lovely gesture, because as Jesus heads into Jerusalem, he is heading into, I have a sense that Jesus knows that he is going to face conflict. I don't know that he knows exactly, that he will be facing his death, his trial, and his execution as well. But he's definitely going ready to confront the temple officials and the government officials. And as he comes into town, there is this enthusiastic response. And given that he is so oriented toward challenging the government officials, denominational officials, if you will, are taking notice and feel equally threatened by the stand that Jesus has taken. So he comes into town. In what he is facing in this, as he's heading into Jerusalem, he's going to be betrayed by his disciples. I want you to imagine the people that are closest to you, like not just your family, but the people that you have chosen, your closest friends, like your adoptive family, your chosen family, like the people that are your kindred spirits. And these are the people that deceived him, that betrayed him, that when things really got hard, they were nowhere to be found. And so this is the kind of heartbreak that Jesus is walking into. The core disciples were not there. So there's the betrayal, right? The betrayal of his closest friends. There is the being arrested. And then it was turned over to the people about whether to convict him or not. And they were ready. They wanted Jesus crucified. And so there it was. Tried by the people, probably many of whom were the same parade that welcomed him into town, and now these people want a crucifixion. And so Jesus is it, and is bullied, is mocked, is paraded through the streets, is tortured to death in public. And so there we have Holy Week, and this ends in the celebration of Easter. But it is this sobering wake up call to just the suffering that Jesus went through and the kind of the doubt that he faced on the cross, asking, God, have you forsaken me? Along with all of his disciples, why have you forsaken me, God? And just the kind of pain, physical and spiritual pain that Jesus endured during this week. And so, I go back to that Palm Sunday parade and to the whole season of Lent, and that reflection on how it is that we prepare the way for God in our lives, for the holy in our lives. If you were at that parade on Palm Sunday, how would you welcome Jesus into town? How do you welcome the holy into your life? Because that's really what this season is all about, is reorienting ourselves so that we can really see that God is at the center of our lives, is the top priority in our lives. And the way that we honor what is most holy to us, when we're truly in alignment with that, then all the other priorities of our lives flow freely from that place. So this is a time for me, Easter and the whole season that comes before is a time of reconnecting with that. Whatever it is that you do, how you express your dedication to the holy and to God, consider doing that today. Blessed be. Amen.